If you've ever wanted to travel back in time to ancient Japan, you don't need a time machine, you guys. You just need to take a short trip over to Dallas's Harwood District. And Paige is live inside the Samurai Collection for an up-close look at one of the most impressive displays of authentic samurai armor and weaponry in the world, you guys. Hello to you, Paige.
Good morning to you. Good morning, Texas. This is a true hidden gem. We're going to be talking about the art and mastery of the samurai. This is an exhibit within the Samurai Collection called Iron Men, and it really takes a deeper dive into all the work that went in to create these one-of-a-kind suits of armor. I'm excited to introduce you to Jessica Beasley. She is the director of the Samurai Collection. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you.
I am loving this. We're going to be talking about also the correlation that this has with FIFA. Everybody's talking soccer, but before that, let's talk a little bit about this armor. During this time, the feudal time in Japan, they were at a time of peace, which allowed these masters of armory to really get into the decor and not necessarily outfit for battle. Tell me more as we look at this fine gentleman here.
Yes, that's correct. So if you can imagine, there are hundreds of thousands of soldiers that needed armor, and as soon as they stopped fighting each other all the time, those artisans had the chance to really elevate their crafts. And the metalwork and the lacing and the lacquer work that goes into a suit of armor like this is just outstanding. And sometimes it would take 5 craftsmen up to a year to create a suit of armor for one of the lords. So it's just a beautiful example of the creativity and the sculptural quality even that the Japanese armor has. And this is by a very famous family of armor smiths called the Miochin family, and they were really famous for these really expressive face masks that they had.
The face mask in particular, we're going to take a deeper dive into as we turn the camera around. We're going to look at this gentleman. Something that I find really interesting is to see the mustache on this particular piece, and this really signified age of the warrior, and in this particular case, age was a positive thing. It was not a negative thing. It really showed the survival rate. If you lived past the ripe old age of 30, you were doing something right.
That's right. That's what that mustache is there for, to signify that you are in fact an amazing warrior and lived past the expected lifespan of 30 years. So yes, and this is a very traditional, beautifully crafted helmet by the Sao Tome school, and it's made of overlapping iron plates, and so in that way it's really quite indestructible and can be passed down for many more generations.
Well, come over here. I want to show you something else, because they also distinguished themselves from other troops that were out there, other cultures that were out here, including looking at this. It was a conch shell, and that was specific to a particular clan?
So this was more a time where there were specific warriors that were gaining a lot of notoriety and fame, and they were taking control of big parts of Japan at this time, and they really wanted to create a persona for themselves. So they were creating these really fantastic helmets and suits of armor that were very unique and distinct, and that way, no matter what, you would be able to recognize them on the battlefield.
Yeah, so they were able to distinguish themselves on the battlefield. So these were particular soldiers, not necessarily a clan, that they would create, and that would then identify who that individual was.
Exactly.
And you know, the mark that they made among their clan.
Yes,
Now
precisely.
we're going over here. This is kind of the FIFA component that I wanted to emphasize too. Tell me about Samurai Blue.
Yes, so we're so excited that Japan will be playing here, and we're looking forward to welcoming their fans. So the national team of Japan is called Samurai Blue, and so in that way we are so excited to be able to present these, in fact, blue suits of armor to kind of lean into that, and we would love to have people come and get some really great images with the blue samurai.
I don't know if you can see that what they're talking about here is also the blue thread that's
Correct.
woven in between some of these metal pieces. The artistry, the time that it took is really magnificent. And as we continue on our journey around here, there's so many things that it's interesting to stop and see. Just the artistry and how intricate each of these pieces were. And now, check it out. This has got to be the piece de la resistance here in the museum. Not only is the soldier well outfitted, but so is his horse.
That's right. So this is a really important piece here at the Ann Gabriel Barbier-Mueller Museum. This we call Samurai 1, and he is in fact the very first object that was part of this Japanese armor collection. So we're very excited to have him presented on this amazing horse mannequin, to be sure, want everybody to know, just a mannequin. And he's wearing incredible gold lacquered leather armor. So even the horse is decked out to present this amazing persona of these warriors who were not only fierce warriors, but they were also very cultivated, very interested in the arts. And I think you can see that in a lot of the symbolism that comes into their suits of armor.
You also have a couple of special events that are coming up. I want to make sure we have time to discuss those real quick.
Wonderful, yes, thank you so much. So coming up on June 6th, we have Family Day. So a really big focus for us here is welcoming families and making it accessible to them. So that's June 6th, will be a lot of fun. And then on June 25th, we have our late night cocktail tour. That's coming up. That's a good time also. And later tonight, actually, I'm giving a lecture at the DMA at 8:30. Their current exhibition is Samurai to the Imperial Court.
Wonderful.
And so we'll be talking about
so many things
samurai
to
there.
think about. Also, I'm going to be posting on my Instagram. We're going to be talking about some of the samurai women that were in a big part of history that I can't wait to tell you about. So check out my Instagram, which is at Paige McCoy Smith. Also, to find out more information about this museum, go to thesamuraicollection.com. I appreciate it.